What is up, everybody? Supreme Kyle here, and today I'm bringing you guys a collection video worth about $5,000 of my collection of, Supreme accessories, collectibles, as well as Kaws, Funko Pop, and Bearbrick, among others. I'm really excited to bring you guys this video. I'm excited to show you guys my collection here. I'll try to list some links in the bio below to where you can actually buy any of these items if you're interested. And also, one thing to note is the prices will change. So whenever you're watching this video, the prices may be higher or lower depending on what people are paying at that given time. Basically, I'm gonna start this video by going from my lowest priced items and work my way up to the highest priced items. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So starting here with my first item, you have the Reese's Puffs times Travis Scott cereal box here. Kind of a funny item. These go for about $5 to $10, give or take, so pretty cheap. You can find these kind of on eBay. People usually kind of sell these in bulk just to kind of get around the shipping costs, but definitely an interesting box here. You can see Travis Scott on the front here, as well as on the back. Kind of the saying, I went to the store and all I got was the cereal box with this Cactus Jack logo, and basically that's all I got to when I went there, because I got these for retail for, I think it was like $3 or $4, give or take, kind of a few months ago. So definitely kind of a fun item, and Travis Scott's been doing a lot of collaborations. Really the biggest one recently being the McDonald's one, which was huge, was all over TikTok and whatnot. But definitely just kind of a fun item to have in your kitchen, put above your refrigerator, and kind of just a cool, cheap item you can add to your collection. So the next item up we have here is the Supreme times Colgate toothpaste. This is definitely a funny item here. Supreme is known to do these crazy collaborations with different brands, especially over these past few years. Doing a lot of different things, whether that's from brands that are kind of a bit out there and products that are a bit out there. Supreme is just kind of known to throw their brand on everything. This released in fall winter 20 for $3 retail. It's going for about $5 to $10 on eBay. So next up we have the Supreme Nikkor Keychain, as well as the A Bathing Ape ABC Camo Ashtray here. These both, I believe, released in fall winter 19 for around the same price. I think this was $49. I think the Ashtray was around $48. So this little flashlight has a few different modes here. You can turn on the flashlight, and it's actually kind of useful at night sometimes when you actually need a light. And this ashtray here is, I'm sure some people use it as an actual ashtray, but again, my goal with it was just to kind of have my keys in it. So the next item I have up here is my Kaws book, Kaws Companionship in the Age of Loneliness. I actually got this book shipped to me from Australia. From the gallery, it was at the NGV, the National Gallery of Victoria, I believe, down in Melbourne, Australia. This book kind of shows Kaws' work from past to present. I think it's a really cool book. I just started kind of getting into Kaws. This book is definitely good if you want to just kind of see some more of his artwork that he's done over the years. He had started in graffiti, doing graffiti on different advertisements in New York City, and you can kind of see him transition to where he is now, doing these kind of huge exhibitions across the world in different museums, different galleries. So it's definitely a cool book to check out if you are interested in Kaws at all. I think this book goes for around $60 to $80, give or take. So if you are a fan of Kaws, I would definitely pick this up. This book is around 300 pages, give or take. It's mainly just pictures of his art. So again, if you are interested in Kaws at all, and you kind of want to learn more about some of his past work as well as his present work, definitely check out this book. So next up we have my Supreme posters. You see Supreme Kermit the Frog and Supreme Kate Moss. These posters were produced by Supreme to be advertisements. They would basically put them up in New York City, put them up all over the city just to kind of raise some awareness to their different campaigns. I believe Kate Moss came out in spring summer 12, somewhere around that, so that's when they would put these posters actually up. These sizes are 24 by 30. It's kind of hard to be able to kind of legit check these. I think these are original, but there are definitely some reprints out there, so definitely check the sizing of it, and always buy from a reputable seller if you are buying these posters. But definitely cool pieces to have and be able to hang up in your apartment or wherever you are. And if you're into Supreme, these are must-haves. These are really iconic photo tees from Supreme. Everyone kind of knows Supreme Kate Moss, and Kermit the Frog is also really desirable for Supreme. So definitely two cool pieces to have. If you're able to find these from anyone that sells Supreme, definitely check that out. Now we have the Supreme times Spalding basketball here. It features a $1 George Washington bill print throughout the ball. This is the pale mint color. There's also a white color for this ball. It had released in fall winter 20 for around $108. It's currently going for $120 to $140. Again, another cool piece to be able to add to your collection and kind of just display. I think the Supreme basketballs look pretty cool, and when they actually do a collaboration like that, I always try to at least go for those. So definitely a cool piece to add, and it's relatively cheap, being it's around $100. Moving on to my Ben Simmons mini signed Sixers basketball. I actually grabbed this off an eBay auction for around $80 or $90. It was definitely a steal, given some of his signed basketballs go for $200 to $300, and it actually came with a COA from Upper Deck, so it's all legit. I think eBay, you can definitely snipe some auctions, here or there for different items. People might post a different item for pretty cheap, and you can kind of go in there and bid on things and kind of win some different things. So it's definitely something fun on eBay's, and it's also kind of the thrill of bidding and actually winning that. But I'm a big 76ers fan, so for me this was something I had to have once I saw it come up, and I think probably the value is around $100 to $200 on this. So I think I got it for a pretty good price at $80, given it also came with the case and the COA from Upper Deck to make sure everything was authentic there. I think it will definitely go up in time too if Ben Simmons finally develops a jump shot. That would definitely be good, and if the Sixers can stay healthy and win a championship here in the future. So trust the process, go Sixers. Alright, so we have my G-Eazy signed These Things Happen album vinyl. That's also framed here. I got this off eBay, I think for around $100, give or take, and I got this frame off Amazon for $30. It's definitely a nice frame to be able to showcase the vinyl and also showcase the signature and some of the cover art here. It's definitely my favorite G-Eazy album. I think a lot of people feel that same way. It released back in 2014, I think, somewhere around that. I mean, I first started listening to G-Eazy back in college. A girl in my dorms actually showed me him, and I thought his sound was just so different there. And I've actually met him twice, and at my second meet and greet I sold him a Supreme Kate Moss tee right off my back. So definitely an interesting story there as well. But big fan of G-Eazy, and I think this is probably worth around $200, give or take. Here we have my Supreme lockbox. This released fall winter 17 for $58 retail. It's currently going for around $200 on StockX. Again, another cool little item to add to your collection. Very nice to be able to display it. Can actually use it, put your keys in it, put whatever documents you want in it. Has a decent amount of space in there. And a funny story on this, the first one I bought was actually fake, and I had found that out by looking at the nails inside here. There were some weird Chinese nail that I'd never seen before. It also didn't come with a box. I bought this off eBay, and thankfully I was able to return it, get all my money back, and then buy the real version on StockX here. That was legit. Everything was centered a bit better. The color was on. So it's definitely one thing to look at on eBay was when you're buying Supreme or sneakers, just to make sure that the seller has a lot of positive feedback. He's selling legit items, because the last thing you want to do is buy a fake, or buy something that you think's real for full price and it turns out to be fake. So definitely something to watch, but a cool little item. Supreme has a few different lock boxes in different sizes. They typically release one every 1 to 2 years. Cool item to have, be able to display it, put your keys in it, put different documents, whatever you kind of want to put in it. But for me, it's more just of a display piece. So here we have my FaZe Clan times Bearbrick 100% and 400% set. Really a cool gaming piece to be able to put next to your Xbox, put next to your PlayStation or gaming PC, and just kind of have it there. It features kind of like a red tiger almost type of design on the Bearbrick. This one being the 400%, it's about 11 inches give or take, and you have the 100% here, which is a little under 3 inches. Bearbrick also makes a 1000%, which is I think 27 inches, so a bit over 2 feet tall. That's definitely something I want to add to my collection. This is my only Bearbrick I have in my collection. It's something I added recently. I got this on eBay for about $200, and I think the retail price on this was around $178. You can probably get one of these right now for anywhere from $220 to $240, give or take. So it's definitely another cheap item you can add to your collection. That would be really cool to display. Next up, we have my Supreme times Stife teddy bear here. He's featuring a BOGO Supreme hoodie on there as well. Definitely a cool piece, and when I had first seen this, it was something I had to have. It released back in fall winter 18 for around $170, give or take, and I knew whatever the resale was going to be, I had to have it. I've actually had this twice. The first time I sold it, and then I missed it enough to where I had to buy it back again. But Steiff is a very famous German stuffed animal maker. They're known for their bears. They have some pieces that are 100 years old that can go for thousands of dollars. So definitely a high quality item that should last for a long time. And it's just something a little bit different from Supreme. Kind of going back on that point again of Supreme collaborating with a bunch of different companies and a lot of different sectors. They're really willing to kind of put their brand wherever they want and build a lot of hype around different things. I know this bear was definitely hyped up. A lot of people wanted it, and I was glad. The price is kind of stabilized right now. This is around 200 to 240, give or take. So it's again, it's something you can add to your collection and be able to showcase. Whether that's the first thing you add, or it's you already have a large Supreme collection, or you have maybe even a Steiff. Hopefully, I'm saying that name correctly. Collection. It's definitely something different to add into there too. You can also adjust the hoodie. You can kind of play around with it a bit. You play around with the feet and whatnot. Again, just an awesome item and something I really do enjoy. Moving on here to my next item, my Patrick Mahomes signed Funko Pop. This is actually a 1 of 100 edition from Fanatics. I believe this one is number 78 out of 100. I got this around the time the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. I'm actually glad I bought it because it sold out pretty quick, being that it is only a 100-piece limited item. I bought it for around $400 back again around when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. This is currently going for give or take $500. It's kind of hard to put a concrete price on it since it's a bit more limited in that market, but definitely a cool little Funko pop piece to be able to add to your collection. I know Patrick Mahomes has been playing like crazy, and especially after winning that Super Bowl and being the MVP, I think he's definitely got a lot of potential, and this item should only kind of go up over time as more and more people become a fan of his and he becomes a better player. Starting to get into my big ticket items here, we have the Supreme Director's Chair set. This one being the black version, this one being the red version here. These released back in spring, summer 19 for $160 retail, featuring kind of a hardwood as well as a canvas finish with the Supreme logo on both sides. Really a cool piece. They're really large pieces, and it's something that kind of drew my attention, being that they're a really premier large Supreme item. I copped this one for around $350 from a local shop, and I think I copped this one for $400 from StockX, I think maybe 6 or 7 months ago, give or take. Right now the red one's going from anywhere between $500 to $600, the black one going for $400 to $500. The one thing to note when you're looking at these on StockX, I think they still have a kind of a crazy shipping price. I think it's $60 or $100 to ship that. They're definitely not easy items to ship, given that they're pretty large, they're pretty long, so they're a bit awkward to ship, which is why StockX charges a bit higher of a shipping cost. So if you are able to find these from a local store or something, I would definitely recommend checking that out. They're really awesome pieces. Really large, a great display piece to have in your collection, and I think this set will kind of go up in time because there really isn't too many really large Supreme items that are great display pieces. I've seen Justin Bieber has these, DJ Khaled has these. They're just awesome pieces, and I think over time they're just going to keep going up. So they would definitely be a good investment piece to buy. In here to my Kaws pieces, you have the Kaws Gone figure, standing at around 14 inches. I think the retail price on this was a little under $700. I think it was like $670. You have the Kaws companion holding the Kaws BFF. There's 2 other different colors, I believe, of this. One I think is holding the pink BFF, and as well as the black BFF. Definitely a cool piece. I mean, it's a huge Kaws figure. I think the typical ones are about 11 inches, so being that this one's 14 inches and you're kind of getting a 2-in-1, basically getting 2 figures for the price of 1 here, I think is also very cool. And it was something I'd first seen, and it was something I really just wanted to have after watching some unboxing videos from other YouTubers. Just an awesome piece. The detail on some of these things is just amazing, and Kaws artwork I'm just really starstruck by, and it's just such a different design. When I'd first seen it years back, I wasn't that interested in it, and I was like, what kind of are these figures and why are they worth so much money? But after kind of having one in person and being able to see it and feel it, and all that, I can definitely see why people, like, why there's such a big following and such a big resale on this. These are usually pretty limited. They're in open editions, so you don't know how many are actually made, but they typically sell out within, within seconds, whether they're released in a gallery, released online on Kaws' site. They sell out very fast. They hold their value very well. These are currently going for $800 to $900. One thing I also liked is it came in this huge box here. The box is just ginormous. I think that's something, again, that I really enjoy. I like being able to have, different accessories with my collectibles, because I think it just kind of adds, to that collectible. And so Kaws Gone figure, like I said, it goes for about $800 to $900. I think the pink version is the most hyped up version. That one I think was going for over $1,000. People really love the pink BFF. One figure I do want to get is the blue BFF. I think that one's maybe $300 to $400. The standalone, I think it's 14 inches. Again, but Kaws Gone figure here, awesome piece. If you're able to get your hands on this, I definitely would. If you're a Kaws fan, it's a very, very interesting piece. Moving on to my last item here, my most expensive piece. You have the Kaws Flayed Companion in black. The colors on this piece are just incredible. The detail is also amazing. This released back in 2016 for around $200 retail. I bought this, I think, a year ago for about $600. Right now it's trading at $1,000 to $1,100. It had a peak a few months back of, I think, $1,300, give or take, on StockX. So the hype on this was getting insane. It's definitely his most known piece, his companion. I think this is the most desirable colorway. There's 3 other versions of this as well with different colors, and they go for different pricing as well. But I think this piece is just amazing. And again, like I said, the attention to detail on some of these Kaws are really incredible. The colors really pop. This is a great display piece. This is, I think, around 11 inches tall, so it's not the biggest piece. But again, it really would look good on a desk, in your office, in the living room. An amazing display piece. And again, like I said, I think it's trading for around $1,000 right now. So a art investment piece that you can hold on to for a few years. The Kaws really hold their value very well and very sought after. Their releases sell out extremely fast, and there's just this huge hype and following around it now. And I think being able to resell it on StockX also helps, so you can kind of see the visible prices there, and it's one platform where you can kind of just buy and sell your different favorite Kaws pieces on there. So this was an open edition, so no one really knows how many were made to the public, and that's some criticism some people have. They don't love buying open editions. They'd rather it be a set limited number. But again, just the hype on this is insane, and that really shows in the pricing there. But just an incredible piece, and my favorite piece in my collection. I plan to hold it for a long time, and I think the value is just going to keep going up and up on these Kaws figures. And I think for some of these models you can buy them for, I think in the one color, the red colors, goes for around $400, so that might be a good entry for someone that's looking to get into Kaws at an affordable price, because some of the other pricing, whether it's $1,000 or $2,000, is out of reach for a lot of people. So being able to buy something that's a bit cheaper to add and still be able to showcase and get into Kaws, I think would definitely be a good option. But if you do have the $1,000, I would certainly buy this, hold it for a while. It's going to keep going up, and it's something that's very sought after for all the Kaws collectors. So that wraps up the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel for more. That definitely helps me out and encourages me to create more content. So with that being said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.